Howdy folks, my name is Toot. In this series of train videos I'm going to put out here over the course of the next month or so will be called Hooping It Up with Toot. I have an explanation for those two names. Many years ago, a lifetime ago, when I was a wee lad, my parents both worked and I was slept off on my grandparents, and wouldn't you know it, they were train chasers, and they pegged me with the name Toot. Back then, my mother was the executive secretary of a pool of secretaries that worked for 4 vice presidents at the old Hoopendrew Company, a wet corn grain milling facility, now Roquette, America. One of her jobs was all outbound traffic, and that company was responsible for the majority of rail traffic leaving this town. My father worked in the grain elevator at the same company. He was foreman, and he was responsible for about half the incoming traffic into this town. He also grew up with several of the important railroaders around here. The station agent, the yard foreman. He grew up with one of the engineers and a couple of the switchmen on the Burlington route and the Rock Island. And when I got my first bicycle, I beat a trail right down here to the riverfront and the railroad tracks, and hung out here at Keokuk Union Depot. Got in trouble because I went too far away from home, but folks down here knew me, they knew my parents, and I hadn't been down here 5 minutes and my parents knew exactly where I was at. Somebody knocked me off. Imagine that. At any rate, I used to sit on a baggage car about a few feet up that direction. And the station agent, he was good friends with my father, and he actually let me hoop up the train orders to Burlington route crews. Ooh, that was cool. Got to do even cooler things than that. On occasion, I got to run switch engine. A couple of occasions, I actually got to do a little bit of switching. After the engineer was satisfied that I had a smooth, even hand and I wasn't going to throw that throttle up into top notch and go like hell. At any rate, so there you go. That's how I became known as Toot. And that's how the name of the videos came about, to be Hooping It Up. Hooping It Up with Toot. First video I'm going to put out is going to follow right along this little speech, and it's a series of boo-boos. Very first one is a derailment that occurred on BNSF at the West End Yard throat. The local crew shoved a line of cars out the far end of the yard and fouled a couple of switches and put that in a line of cars out onto the main. A BNSF coal train spotted that out about the time they got to the east end of the yard, coming through the floodgates. Incidentally, the West End Yard thread is where the West End floodgates are at. He put it into emergency. Unfortunately for them, gonna be some noise here in a minute. Here comes a line of cars and the Keokuk Junction switchman. At any rate, unfortunately for them, his train was all on a grade. It's flat out from the one floodgate to the other, but they couldn't get stopped and put a few cars off on the ground. There you go. At any rate, got a few photos of that. The very first thing you'll see is one of the engines, the lead unit, being pulled out of town. A short clip of video. You'll see the full video later on another clip. But it's leaving town on a 8-axle, 16-wheel lowboy flat car. The very next shot will be the second unit, which has substantial damage. Terribly bad. Interesting thing about the one they hauled out of town, they had that thing stuck back in the railroad yard where nobody could see it. I only got to look at it as it was leaving town, and I was on the wrong side. The other side apparently suffered all the damage. The side I was looking at looked like it was brand spanking new. They didn't pull it out of the yard literally until they pulled it out of town. In the meantime, it was surrounded by a bunch of other railroad cars, and you could not get close enough to see it. But anyway, the second unit is the next shot you will see, and the damage on it. From thereafter, the next few cars, tank cars, will be the cars that were fouling the main. Jason. The next clip of after that will be a little record of the Keokuk Junction Railroad, and where they were toddling along, and the lead truck on the tank car right behind the engine. I don't know what happened, but the wheels, that truck, the lead truck, stopped, came unpinned from the car. The car slid over the top of that truck until it reached the tail end, where it broke the pin after that, and pushed that truck out from underneath the car. So the lead truck is now underneath the trailing truck, and the trailing truck is in between that car and the next car. The front end of the tank car is hanging in the air, quite precariously. Luckily, it was empty. After that, you'll see a few photos of a coal train wreck, which was happened just about 2 blocks upriver from me, northbound, and right underneath and kind of in between the old Keokuk Bridge and the new Keokuk Bridge. At a railroad crossing that I sit at quite frequently, and some of those cars were laid right where I would have been sitting had I been there. And anyway, there you go. Hooping it up with Toot. Hope you enjoy the series. I'm Toot. We're going to be hooping it up. Yeehaw! Wind them up.